What is going on, fools of YouTube? You got AJPay. I'm bringing you another OU match with my sand team. This is probably going to be the last time you're going to see it. So the next time you ever see a team of me, it's probably going to be... I'm thinking of using lower tier Pokemon and higher tier again. Maybe like a RU versus U or NU versus OU. I don't know. Really depends on my mood. I'll probably work on that on Monday, which is tomorrow. Looking at this guy's team, I hate all of his Pokemon. They're all threats to me. Mew is always a threat to me because I don't know what set it is, so I'm never really prepared. Thunder's T is always a threat to me. Keldeo is always a threat, needs to go to Ubers. But it's somewhat manageable at OU, so I think it's fine in OU. It's just a big threat that I just hate going against it because, like, I can't do anything about it. I do have some counters to it, but it's just like, if I lose them, I'm screwed. Got Jirachi, who's always a lucky thing. I hate it. Tracheon's always a threat. Always a threat. Gengar. Always a threat. Well, not always a threat, but it's a threat to this team. So, it's a bit of a problem. My mouse is on the screen for some reason. Whoops. I may just cut that out. I don't know. But anyways, this turned out to be a pretty good match, so I'm just going to start it now. Well, actually, right now. Alright, he's going to lead off with the Mew. I'm going to lead off with my Rotom Wash. I'm just going to immediately trick in my Choice Scarf because I kind of want to see what item he's holding so I can kind of get an idea of what set he is. Turns out he has the normal gem, so I know he's a lead set with Stealth Rocks and Explosion, so I'm going to keep that in mind later. I go for the Volt Switch here, forgetting that he has a Thunderous T. I'm just like, whoops! And he obviously predicts obvious predictions, so I'm just going to kind of put that in the back of my mind. I go for the Hidden Power Ice because I don't really want anything else to take the hit, as he goes for a Nasty Plot. It's great that he went for the Nasty Plot, but at the same time not, because I'm going to lose my Rotom. If he has a Life Orb instead of a Leftovers, I would have killed him, but since he has Leftovers, he's actually barely to live that. But now I go into Call Killer. Mach Punch is pretty obvious, so I'm thinking, alright, he's probably going to switch out to Gengar because he's predicting obvious predictions. So I'm not going to go for the obvious prediction and go for a sub and take advantage of that obvious prediction that I just did later against him. As I'm just going to go for the payback here. Unfortunately, he has the Focus Sash, and I'm just like, I haven't seen that in a while. Great. So I'm thinking, alright, he's not going to predict me to most likely go Tyranitar, right? He's probably going to go for a Shadow Ball, try and knock out my Conkeldurr. No, he actually goes for a taunt. I'm like, that's cool. My Sand's going to kill you now. Bye! So one threat out of the way. So that's not a problem to me at all. He's going to go Tracheon. I'm just like, okay, here we go. It's Tracheon versus my #1 check to Tracheon, which is my Amoonguss. As he goes for a Sword Dance, which is like, that's kind of a problem. Because if it's like Sword Dance and Rock Polish or Focus Dash, that's a problem. But he goes for his sub, so I'm just like, okay. You obviously have the Slack Berry. That's great. But I know my Giga Drains aren't going to be doing that much, considering he got the 50% boost of special defense from my own Sand. So my Giga Drain's actually going to do around like 36-37%. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. You're obviously most likely going to kill me with a Stone Edge now, so just take me out. As he goes for another sub, I'm just like, okay, there's your Slack Berry. Wonderful. I don't care. Because the thing is, I have Conkeldurr with Mach Punch. I mean, you should be kind of threatened about it. As he knocks me out with a Stone Edge. Now, I'm going to take advantage of my earlier predictions here. Since I did not go for the Mach Punch earlier, I'm assuming he's going to predict me not go for the Mach Punch and go for a sub and try to knock me out. But I just go for the obvious Mach Punch. So that's how you kind of take advantage of people who use obvious predictions, and then you predict the obvious predictions, and then you predict not obvious prediction with the obvious prediction. Did that make sense? Probably not. He's going to go for Explosion. I knew he'd do this. That's why I went to my Heatran, because it resists it. And he knocks himself out. I'm just like, yay! It's like somewhat of like an Explosion block from like Fortune, except I didn't use the Ghost-type Pokemon. I could go to Heatran now. I mean, not Heatran. Tyranitar as Death Fodder, because I thought he was going to for Focus Blast. But surprisingly, he does not have it. So I'm just like, yay! Wonderful. I get a free kill, because I'm going to be able to lift this Thunderbolt, and I have Pursuit. So even if we try to switch out, this thing would be dead. So, that goes that thing. He only has 2 pokes left, but the thing is, these 2 pokes that he has left are going to be a pain to take out. As he goes for U-turn, and U-turn, I was like, why does he have U-turn? It did not cross my mind that he was Choice Scarf, but as you're going to see later, he's Choice Scarf. Because right now I'm thinking, this thing's Choice Scarf, because I do not see Leftovers or most likely Life Orb in a second here, as he takes me out with the Secret Sword. So I'm like at this point, okay, he's Choice Scarf. He's locked in Secret Sword. It's pretty damn obvious. I'm going to go to Latios. And it's pretty damn obvious. I'm going to go for Psychic, and he's going to switch to Jirachi. So I'm going to pull a double right out into my Heatran. But the thing is, you saw my Latios switch out first. So it sort of gave out a big indication that he was not Choice Scarf. But I did not recognize that for some reason. Even though I usually do majority of the time. As he goes for a U-turn, and at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to go for a sub. Because I knew Jirachi couldn't really hit me with anything. and then I can get residual damage on this Keldeo because I have Will-O-Wisp. So that way, at some point, if I ever need my Conkeldurr, I'm just gonna go for a Mach Punch on it. But I'm thinking Keldeo can't really hit me too hard with the Secret Sword, so I might as well switch it to my Conkeldurr because should be able to live 1 and then I can Mach Punch it and knock it out if need be. But he goes for Icy Wind, which is like, okay, I'm glad I didn't go to Latios because I actually did think about going to it, but luckily I went into Conkeldurr because now I can just knock this thing out with the Mach Punch. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be ballsy. I'm going to go for Focus Punch here, predicting to go to Jirachi. No, I'm not clowning. My clowning did not work, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it did not. But this thing is slowly dying at this point, and I now know that he's not Choice Scarf. Obviously, so he went for different moves on the same turn. I am knocking him out with a Psychic. The one thing I gotta hope for now is that I do not get flinched with my Heatran, because I know a Hidden Power Fire won't take it out. Luckily, I do hit it, so like that helps me out even more against this thing. If I had not hit that, then Heatran could possibly not knock it out if I do. But he knocks me out with the Iron Head. But now my Heatran's at such a low amount of health, and you know how lucky Jirachi is. So I could potentially lose to Iron Hits right now. I'm trying to hold this cough in before I cough. But the point is, I flinched the first time, just like crap, I might actually lose. The second time, I don't flinch. I knock him out of the Fire Blast, and it's going to be a narrow 1-0 victory. Thank God that Jirachi did not hack me. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I thought that was a pretty good game from, I think this was like a week ago possibly, I don't know. But you're going to be seeing a lot of more Showdown battles, especially when I, like, how I upload Wi-Fi battles on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm probably going to upload Showdown battles now. Unless I get a Wi-Fi battle on those days. But that about does it for me, guys. Like if you like, comment if you like, and subscribe if you like. I'm going to go cough now because I'm really sick. And I'll see you fools later.